Hi everybody, it's Kim from Patriot Garden, and today we are not outside doing a garden video. I really had plans to do a video on making some sprays to help your plants when they develop diseases such as powdery mildew, but it is really raining outside and we're expecting about 3 inches of rain today in Connecticut. The last vestiges of Hurricane Elsa are blowing through. In fact, we're expecting some power outages. So I thought, what better way to spend a day where the power might go out in showing you how to make a really good bread that you can make on any appliance that will run when you have no power. I'm going to be making it on my gas stove because when I have no power, my burners can still be lit manually. But you can put a dry fry pan on a wood stove. You can use your camping stove. I bet you could even make this over a fire if you had to. So let's get started. I'm going to show you how to make these awesome flatbreads. Going to be using some sour cream in place of yogurt in this recipe. The melted butter is going to be great for getting those golden brown bubbles on each side of the bread, and some baking powder, and of course flour. So the first thing I'm going to do is get my pan heated up, and then we're going to go and make our dough. I'm going to make 2 batches today. I get about 6 flatbreads from each batch, but I found when I try to make a double batch, the consistency of the dough gets a little weird. So I'm going to make 2 separate batches today, and the first thing we're going to do is just start with a cup of flour in each bowl. Okay, that's easy enough. The next thing we need is 2 teaspoons of baking powder for each batch. And the last ingredient is a cup of sour cream. I'm going to do a little less than a cup just to see how the dough works out, and then if I need more, I'll add more. Remember, dough is always affected by things like altitude and temperature, so we'll start with a half a cup and see how that goes, and then we can always increase it if we need to. Now I'm noticing that the dough is a little bit dry, and although it's coming together all right, I think I'm going to add, just to keep it soft, I want it more soft than stiff, I think I'm going to add just a little bit more sour cream. So all in all, I think I've put 3/4 of a cup in today. The sour cream is really rich and thick. And let's see if we can get this dough to the right consistency. Okay, this dough is perfect. It's soft and it's very moist. And so now we're going to roll it out. I think I can get 6 flatbreads out of this. I'm going to sprinkle the mats with a little bit of flour. And I'm not going to need too much, but I am going to get it where I can easily cut this into 6 even pieces. Okay, 6 flatbreads ready to go. Before I start rolling out, I'm going to go turn my stove up to high. I'm going to drop these right into a hot skillet, but before I do that, I'm going to brush them with melted butter and a little bit of salt. You could add any seasonings you want. You could add garlic, rosemary, whatever you have on hand. And the great thing about these is you don't have to worry about the shape. I'm going to take a little melted butter and just spread it on the top. And sprinkle with a little salt. And we're ready to drop it into the pan. Okay, so there you go. Inside of a half an hour, I've got a dozen of these really tasty flatbreads. They're great for quesadillas. They're great for tacos. They're great for sandwiches. We've even used them to pick up hummus. They're really awesome and they're quick to make. And as I said before, I can make them on top of my stove even if I lose my power. So this is a really great recipe. And I don't know if you can see it, but they have all these wonderful brown bubbles on both sides. The texture of this bread is amazing and they are super, super tasty. So I hope this was fun for you. I hope that you got another great recipe for your repertoire. And don't forget to check in for my videos on how to take care of your plants after horrible weather like this. We want to keep that powdery mildew and those diseases away from our plants when they've just spent days being soaked by the rain. Okay, everybody, happy gardening and happy eating.